allow me to go live. There it is. We are live now. Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region of All Sports Show. After pushing the go live button for about 17 different times, it finally decided to send us live. And I wanted to play this music right here, and Ron already cut me off. You know,
I
I
thought you.
I,
I thought you forgot.
I was
So
wanting to play the music. Well, we'll go ahead and put it back up here. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. In honor of Edward, we're going to play some good tunes tonight. But this is the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the Fall Sports Show. I'm your host, Mark Gregory, just daydreaming away, listening to a little bit of music, chilling, doing all the good stuff, alongside Ryan Garnett. And of course, Edward, he turned around and just hides. But now the weirdest stuff, we've been trying to go live for about 5 minutes, and it's been loading. Right whenever I screamed to Edward, "Hey Edward, I can't go live," it goes live. So I reckon we're live, right? How you doing, and how you digging this music?
there's something a little different.
So should we play the music the whole show? Interviewing these guests doing like this?
No, I think we should put it back to normal.
Absolutely not.
You're outvoted, Ryan. I bet our guests would like to listen and chill to this music while we're being safe. I think we should bring back disco and everything. We'll go ahead and turn it off because Ryan says he don't like that music. So, again, got a good show lined up tonight, Ryan. We got two really very special guests tonight. Ella Farley from Harlan and Luke Hillard from Marble. And I can't wait to be able to talk to both of them. Just great athletes and look at what their teams are doing on the field. They're a big reason why. And, you know, there's other things we got to talk about. Us also, we got a thing called our little restaurant food brackets. Last of the second round. Next show we do, guess what? We're in the Sweet 16, so it's whittling down to the nitty gritty, and cannot wait till we start pulling them out. But while we got a few minutes, Ryan, if you can pull them up, let's take a few minutes to thank our sponsors.
The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
Ryan, our commercial would have been better if he was playing that music background, you know, right before he was playing the show, and you was up there talking with the head nodding. We want to thank our sponsors. The collar flipped up, bringing back disco. No. Ryan looks busy over there, Edward. I know you ain't busy.
I was trying to get the poll numbers wrote down here for us.
He was looking at his mega stuffed Oreo cookies is what he was doing.
Yeah. Edward, should we play this music all the way through this show and try to bring back disco?
Mark, I think we want to keep what viewers we got, so it only works when I'm doing it because it becomes funny.
Well, maybe that should be our question of the night. We'll ask our viewers: should we bring back disco? I mean, the flipped up collars, the big hair, the high heel shoes, the big what was it? The disco lights, the disco dance offs. Like I'd point at Ryan and say, "Bring it, Ryan. Me and you on the floor right now. We're disco and dancing off."
I don't have no disco lights to put up, so
Oh,
I'll just have to be in the plane.
but Edward, how you doing?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm living the American dream
Okay, how you living the American dream?
because I'm still kicking and get to enjoy every day.
Okay,
That's my
but,
motto, and I'm sticking to it.
right? I don't know. This show, we need to go and just do a rinse and a repeat here because first off, the show starts off me hollering at Edward, "Edward, I can't go live. It won't allow me." And then we get on live. Then we're Ryan cuts my music off after I felt like I was in rhythm. Did not want the music at all. Edward runs and hides like always. And then and now here we are. We're 10 minutes in this show and we don't know where we're going.
Mark, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it into a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. That's Bruce Lee's quote to you.
I know. Like sometimes you gotta just let that water run, right? You gotta let the water run. You gotta let the bird fly. Sometimes you just gotta do that stuff.
Be water, my friend.
But while we're waiting for our first guest, let's give a shout out to, and again, Ryan Edward, help me on some of these if we forget some, but some of the photographers, and a lot of these photographers has really come up big for us and helping us with photos. And again, anybody knows us, we're like the great value cornflakes. We're way under budgeted. We just we're not a heavyweight when it comes to the media. We don't have the resources or the finances. We give it our best with what we got. And there's a lot of good people out there, Edward, and you know that Ryan, you too, that helps us, with photos. So we cannot give them enough love too. Keisha Hamburger, Jonah Deaton, John Dickinson, which gave us some good ones tonight. Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Maters, Memories, Valerie Rutherford, of course. Ryan, you've given us some good pictures. Acid Sloan's gave us some good ones. Edward has furnished us some pictures from a lot of photographers. Edward, any time forget, I believe somebody hooked you up some pictures on your last show also. And Edward has frozen, or he's just not wanting to answer me.
It kind of looks like his screen is frozen.
Yeah, he
The
is.
best-
He is.
Maybe the best I can tell.
Or he's fell asleep drinking one too many Red Bulls. Edward, try to come back and join us. Ryan, you might want to message him and tell him that he is completely frozen on us.
That's what I'm doing right now here, trying to find his conversation.
I did not freeze. I was busy doing stuff.
Okay, so you
And
had
just so you know, the one that sent me gave me permission was Wildflower Famed Photography.
okay. A big shout out to them too. And again, of course, we cannot say enough about our fine sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez. And it looks like we're ready for our first guest. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Luke Hillard from Marble. Let's see if we got him. There we go. That's about the first thing that's worked right for us all night. But Luke, how's it going?
I'm good. How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Doing real good. Luke, the show didn't start out right for us at all. It started out with me screaming at Edward. I couldn't get to go on live. It was giving us the never ending circle. And right when they were out screaming at Edward, we can't go live. Then it goes on live, so everybody gets to hear me screaming at Edward.
That's
But
all right.
but it's good to scream at Edward every now and then. It keeps him in place. It's really good to scream at him. But Luke, again, thank you for coming on. You've always been
Hey,
real good to us, and just always a great interview.
thank you guys for having me.
Um, go and just start out, the young season, and of course we've had some weather and all that stuff. Just tell us a little bit about the season so far and how it's going for your team.
Bouncing off of last year, a couple of losses to teams we should beat. It's a lot better chemistry this year. We're playing together as a team. We're playing good baseball together, hitting the ball well, just playing for each other instead of playing for wins.
Absolutely. And but for wins, I mean, the record's really good too, and it's been solid all year. And we've had a little rain, a little weather, and all that stuff. Has that affected you any on your practices or got you behind any at all?
No, not really. I mean, whether we're inside or outside, we're always working on something, helping each other, picking each other up, whatever we need to work on in practice, whatever someone's doing wrong, someone's doing right, we just pick on it for each other in a good way,
Yeah.
in a leadership way. But we're always just helping each other.
Uh, like me, I'm a heavier dude. I know you're really good of shape and stuff like that. I'm a heavier dude, and I sweat, get hot real easy. I sort of like the cool temperatures, the cold temperatures. Are you more of a cold weather type man, or you a warm weather guy?
I'm a warm weather guy. I like when my arm is hot. I like it. I like when the arm feels good.
You like the heat, the stuff like that. But I've got 1,000 questions for you. We'll probably try to keep you on here for 2.5 days, and you tell us that you have to leave. But Ryan and Edward.
Um, excuse me with the cough. I've still got it. But
By the way, Luke, I'm going to give you a warning. If you get the coughs at all, everybody that comes on this show gets some cough for some odd reason. Blame Edward and send all your hospital bills and medical bills to Edward.
All right.
but looking at your schedule before the season started, what was one game that you all could not wait to play in?
I mean, honestly, it's just we see every game as an opportunity. So it's just every game, every time we go out there, we're excited to play just as much as we are any other game.
And then going back to last year, and I've got your schedule on my phone here because I didn't print it out or nothing. Making it to the regional tournament last year, how did y'all build through the off season and try to make it back to that 13th regional tournament?
We just stay together, team activities. I mean, we do stuff together all the time. So, I mean, the chemistry, just building chemistry, playing together, it's all it really takes.
And then this is my favorite question I love to ask the athletes. I'm from Knox County as well, but what's your favorite restaurant to eat at in Knox County?
I'd have to say probably the Oven Mitt for me. The Oven Mitt's mine. The Oven Mitt's my favorite.
That place is not very bad. If y'all have not ate there, it's pretty good.
Well, I've not ate there. That's sort of like I was fixing to ask Luke, where is this oven mitt? Because I thought I knew like literally every restaurant in Marvel.
It's right in town. It's just off the town square. I mean, next to Tommy's Root Beer Stand. It's just right in the middle of everything.
Okay, I know where the root beer stand at. What exactly does it have there?
Everything. I mean, chicken tenders, grilled chicken, grilled anything, fried anything, great soup beans.
Oh my God. Well, Ryan and Everett probably wouldn't let me join this show after too many soup beans, but that's another story for itself. But yeah, well, we're going to go there, Edward, for sure. I didn't even know it was there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love the home cooking.
But Edward,
But once upon a time, my favorite place in the Knox County area was what they used to call Hillbillies. I don't know if it's still there or not, but they used to have that down in Barville, if you remember, Mark.
Yes, sir, I do remember. I think that they wanted to run me out of that place on a couple occasions. Yeah, yeah. That when you say all you can eat, I bring my game face.
So, Luke, I don't know if you've paid attention to any stats, but when you get my age, that's all you can look at anymore. And I couldn't ever put up stats like you have. So, Mark, listen to this. So he's got 22 RBIs, got a home run, 6 for 6 on stolen bases, at a 600 on his batting average, and also he's got 39 strikeouts with a .70 ERA.
Yeah, yeah. And this average you talked about it's 605, I believe. I'm a blind man too.
605.
That's literally, Luke. I know that you're all about team. You make that clear. You're team 1st.
Mhm.
But for individuality, though, you're basically every Lisa's banned off this show. Oh, well, no. Lisa probably knows me pretty well, but Lisa's got a huge appetite too, Lisa. But Luke, batting 600, that's literally getting a hit every other time at the plate, and that's almost you just don't see that in the game of baseball. And last year, a conversation we had with somebody, they talked about Hall of Famers, batting under 300. So this is like the pace that you're going on is like really unheard of. I mean,
so Luke, I just got to ask you, how do you do it?
Just stay at it, stay in the cage, stay off the tee. Listen to my teammates when they tell me I'm doing something wrong instead of being spiteful about it. I mean, helping each other is the biggest thing when it comes to in-game hitting and off of an arm.
Absolutely. And
if I was Luke's coach, I'd probably I get myself in trouble because somebody bat like that, we got Luke Hillard here, and then we're going to change his name. We're going to make him into a Reggie next, and then we're going to make him into a Tommy next, and change your. Well, I don't know. It might be worth it.
So I got to ask you, what did you and your team do in the off season to get yourself ready for this season?
It's just reps upon reps and talking it out. I mean, just staying at the game with each other. That's it to a T.
Absolutely. So I do got to ask you. So since you play, both sides, you pitch, you bat. Is there one that you like more than the other? Do you like seeing the ball go over the fence, or do you like getting somebody up and just three and set them down?
I like the pitching side better. Coming off the mound after a big strikeout, screaming, going crazy, it's just the best feeling to me.
So this is normally a Mark question. Do you have the sunflower seeds or a big chalkbacker in spitting before you get ready to throw the baseball?
Nothing. Before the game, I am snacking on a little bit of seeds, but during the game, I'm not eating anything. I'm not eating any seeds or anything.
Well, see, if it was me, every time I got the bat, I'd be spitting sunflower seeds at the umpire. Way he'd be able to call a ball every time.
With the much nicer, turf, the turf fields and all this stuff, would they get on to you if you filled the whole turf field plumb full of sunflower seeds? I wonder would that get a person in trouble or?
They usually have a rule against it. They usually have a rule against like bubble gum and sunflower seeds.
Okay.
Hey.
Lisa's got a monster appetite too, so yeah. She just
so, something I found today that I didn't know that they even still sell. Do y'all remember like the Big League chewing gum? So, does anybody still chew that before like games and stuff? Because I know that's what we used to do back in the day.
Me and my buddy bought it the other day. It's still amazing. We bought the grape one. The grape's the best.
Oh yeah, great.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
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 absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
yes.
It's gotta be grape, not the plain stuff. Give me the grape all day.
Grape's the best. Grape's the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
Correct. So I do got to ask you. I know, like back in my day of playing sports, we always had like a friendly competition between teammates. So do you all have that where you look at him and say, "Hey, listen, these first three up, I'm gonna strike them out, and you better hit a home run,
Yeah, I mean,
or you
it's
owe me dinner or something."
competitive challenges. I mean, whatever we can do to keep the energy up in the dugout, we're just having fun with each other.
So I am going to ask you a little bit about your schedule here because I'm looking at it. I mean, you've had some dandy matchups. Your coach ain't shied away from letting y'all play anybody. I mean, so I just got to ask you about the schedule you've got going on.
We're prepared to play anybody. We're going to battle with anybody. I mean, couple of games here and there where we've laid down, but we've recognized that and we've adjusted to that. We're not shot at anybody now. Just again, playing with each other is the biggest thing. If we play for each other, then we can play with anybody.
So I got to ask you the same question. We had a few middle schoolers on I think a week or two ago, talking about throwing like a no hitter and stuff like that. So technically, if I'm up pitching and I hit every batter that comes up, that's still a no hitter, ain't it?
That's still a no hitter. I mean, you did not end up any hits. You hit people, but you didn't let up any hits.
See, it's still a no hitter.
Yeah.
So see, I threw a no hitter. The score might not show that, but I didn't do no hitter. but Mark,
I actually covered a game a couple of years back. Both pitchers had a no hitter, and the game was like 9-8 or so. I'd have to go back and look at my notes. It was like the craziest game I've ever covered. There was so many walks that game. It's like walk after walk after walk after walk. Have you ever been a part of a game sort of like that?
Kinda, not that high scoring. Just like 2 or 3 runs where it's just been no hits but a bunch of walks.
Yeah.
It's a long game.
Yeah. That was a long game for me for sure. Luke, we know what your ultimate team's goal is, and you're definitely right on course for it. You guys are battling, and you're right there with any of them. And you've even said that. What is it going to take for you to get your ultimate goal, and not just only make it to the 13th region, but to actually win the whole day on thing this year?
Just keep preparing for bigger and bigger teams each week. I mean, if we stay at it, I feel like we can compete, and if we compete, we're right there in it.
And I can't let you go without asking you about Coach. I love him to death. He's I, I I just cannot say enough good about him. So speak a little bit about him.
He's a warrior. He works every day, day in and day out for us. If we need anything, he's got it for us. We fundraise due to him. I mean, he's a worker. He gets it done for us.
Absolutely. And I think Ryan made up a little special something for him. And then I know that Edward's got some special somethings for you. And then we're going to probably, if we can, we're going to ask you if you could, if you don't mind, to vote on some restaurants with us. We've had our field of 64 best restaurants. And we're almost to the Sweet 16. We're at the end of the second round now. So we might ask you if you don't care to give us a few votes on them.
On what now?
On their best restaurant brackets.
Restaurants. Okay.
Yeah.
Just in general, just like fast food or like what?
Yeah. We'll show you the restaurants. We like had a field of 64 restaurants.
Okay.
And we're almost at the end of the second round going into the Sweet 16 with them.
Okay.
We've had some upsets. We've had some 16 seeds to go down, I mean, number 1 seeds to go down to some 16s.
Okay.
We had Red Lobster or something to go down the other night. But,
Really?
yeah, it was a real big heavyweight. So we've had some upsets. It's been that March Madness stuff on the restaurants. But Ryan's already left the building after I just brought him up. So Edward, till Ryan comes back, you can do whatever you want to.
Well, if you want to write them, if you can remember them, I'll go ahead and pull up the food bracket.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. Number 12 Arby's against number 13 C Fazoli's. And Fazoli's has been like whipping everybody.
I feel unpopular here probably, but I'm thinking Arby's. I'm an Arby's guy.
Yeah. So you like the roast beefs, the half pounders, and
I'm a chicken slider guy.
Ryan Fazoli's might be in trouble if Ryan's got back with us here. I don't know what he's doing.
Okay.
So
Okay.
the second one's Pizza Hut and Cheddar's.
I'm going Pizza Hut.
So you're not a Cheddar's fan?
I love Cheddar's. I just think you can get. I think Pizza Hut's like the best wings. I love their wings.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the wings. And I think Pizza Hut might pull this upset tonight over Cheddar's because I see a lot of votes going to Pizza Hut.
Okay. Ooh.
Number 6. No, there's Red Lobster. I thought they got beat out. See, they just proved me out of a liar. One of them.
Yeah, I'm taking Red Lobster all day here.
So you like the Cheddar biscuits and stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Subway might be in trouble, folks. And then Olive Garden at a 16 seed. There's one of the 16 seeds that knocked off a number 1 against number 8 Golden Corral.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm going Olive Garden.
Can't go wrong with spaghetti and the breadsticks.
The breadsticks. I mean.
But Ryan, you want to show them what you got for them, and then I think Edward's got a few things for them also. And
yeah, I was in the process of going to show it, and then my internet goes out.
There we go.
There it is. There it is.
Congratulations, Coach Hillard, and just 100 career wins and one of the most humblest men I've ever known. And I know if he was on this show tonight, he'd be saying it's all about team. It's all about team. He wouldn't take a bit of credit for it. But, Coach, we got to give you credit tonight. Congratulations. You're the man. You're the man. Keep it up. We love you.
So we do tend to put together a few graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show, and I think we've done one of the 3 for you once upon a time, but we've added a few more. We've added a few more this time. So out of them, tell me which. We're going to put all 3 of them in the voting now. Which one of the 3 you like the most?
Okay. Okay. All right. I got to go with 3. I mean, it's cool. It's cool.
I have to agree. I do like 3 the best myself.
That's the one I like.
But I will get those sent over.
A little bit of extra. I like extra.
A little. What do they say? Smoke and mirrors. So add a little lightning in with it, and I think you've got. Even Lisa agrees. Number 3.
But what Lisa said earlier on the comments here, she said that, of course, she is my cousin, and she said that she had to aggravate me, but she did admit the truth that she does love food, and and then she also said great work. So she's proud of us. But now, everybody's picking 3. Luke, should we just scrap 2 completely? Just
2 and 1 were 3 and 1 were my favorites for sure.
That seems like what everybody goes with is 3 and 1.
Are we gonna let Luke be the final nail in the coffee deal to finally retire the number 2 graphic?
It could be a good possibility. 3 might get X'd out, and then I might be looking for something to replace it with. But Luke, I will get these sent over to you, and they will also be posted on all of our social media sites. And I just want to personally say thank you for coming on the show.
Hey,
And if
appreciate
there's
y'all.
anything that I can do to try to help promote you to get you to the next level, like any type of milestones you hit or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me and let me know that. And from what I've seen so far, yeah, your team's killing it. You're killing it. Just keep doing what y'all been doing. Y'all are on a roll right now.
Yes, sir.
Brian, you got anything
Mark,
for him?
Ryan's freezing up.
Ryan left again, but Luke just basically piggybacking off Edwards said, thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time. Keep on keeping on. We always love having you on. You're always a great interview. And I was like, we were talking about you there last week, so your ears are probably burning off. But like, we got to get Luke on. This season's starting to dwindle down some. Baseball goes fast. So I'm sure you know that yourself.
It does. It
Week
goes by
out,
quick.
season be over. So we knew we had to get you on. But just keep on keeping on, and we're pulling for you, and hope we get down there and cover you really, really soon.
Thank you guys for everything.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great interview, and I always liked having Luke. And you heard Lisa. Lisa said number 3. And so when Lisa talks, Edward, you better listen. I'm telling you right now. But are we ready for the next guest?
It was just too many colors went together, and Lisa couldn't see what was going on.
Lisa, I hope you're hearing that. He's trashing you right now. I'm telling you. But are we ready for our next guest?
Yeah, let's hope.
Absolutely.
Are you sure you're ready, Rod? Or are you going to freeze up as soon as we bring her on?
Hey, if not, if I stop freezing, I've got a backup plan. I've got my phone set for it.
But let's welcome aboard Ella Farley from Harlan. And first off, we want to thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Ella, we're a little bit late. We gave you a certain time to be here. And of course, we're about 5 minutes late. So blame that on Edward, okay?
Okay.
That's all Edward's fault and Rod's fault this time. But everything's went bad for us. And I don't know at the beginning of the show if you was tuned in, but then I'm sitting here hollering at Edward, I can't get it to go live. And then we was actually live. So yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah. But we'll blame that one on Edward too. But first off, again, thank you for your time. I know you got a thing called school and life and all that stuff. You probably got a whole lot more better things to come and rattle with us for half an hour or so. But again, tell us a little bit about the season, because I'm looking at your stuff right now, and it looks like you are having a really good season so far.
Yeah, we're off to a good start. Our seniors, we have 6 seniors this year, so we're pretty senior dominated. So we're just trying to make the best of it this year.
And if you want to, just talk a little bit about your senior class. I know you being one of them, and just talk a little bit about it.
Yeah, we have great chemistry with each other. We've been playing with each other for forever, so we know each other. We know how to push each other to be better, and we just play really good with each other.
On the schedule, and Ryan, I know you're that freak. I know you are too, but they've only got one loss this year in the state of Kentucky against a team in Kentucky. The other 2 was out of state teams. And again, whenever you're matching up against these out of state teams, I'm sure you would probably agree with me. It's really hard to get a grasp on them because you don't really know a whole lot about them. Am I right about that?
We could not see anything about them, their stats, so we didn't really know what we were going into. But
now I'm telling you that the season looks good, and you talked about your seniors and stuff like that. So What did you do on the off season to just better yourselves?
I know at least three of our seniors, we're playing travel ball all year round and just seeing live ball all year round, which really helps us out a lot. And then just sticking to pitching machines and tee. The tee doesn't lie for us, so we like using the tee.
I know Ryan and Everett has both looked at your stats, so I'm not going to bring that up. I'm going to let one of them bring that up because,
I'll let
uh,
Edward bring this up because he's the one that always does.
yes, these stats are off the wall, folks, and you just don't do that by just sitting and watching TV. It takes a lot of hard work to do that. Of
Well,
course,
you talking about stats. I'm gonna go
go,
ahead and
go ahead.
bring them up. So now this is just on 10 games. Already got 10 RBIs, got a double, got 3 triples, got a home run, and 11 for 11 on stolen bases. 11 for 11, and batting at a 514. So in other words, if I'm pitching to her, I'm just gonna go ahead and let her take her base because she's gonna hit me every time I throw it. So
Uh,
Yeah,
um,
I'd probably just pitch it. I'd probably just pitch it in the dirt and take 4.
Lisa says, bless his heart, his internet's like mine. She feels bad for you. And then Darius says, one of the best all around players I've ever seen. Yeah, for sure. And what we've read just proved that statement for sure. Two things jump out at me on that, Ella, and then you do it firsthand because you know yourself better than anybody. The 514 average that's unreal. That's getting a hit every other at bat, and again, like I was talking to Luke before you come on, people who gets in the Hall of Fame are batting under 300. So what you're doing is really unheard of in your sport. So what have you did to better yourself at that? At your hit.
Just practicing. We practice every day. We're really focusing on our offense this year. Um, just hitting off the tee, like I said, pitching machine, and our pitchers are throwing to us at practice as well.
Wow. And I guess because you're so loaded, it's like the practices, your teammates are even making you that much more better.
Yeah.
And the other thing I've got to ask you about, because the only way I could steal a base is by pointing at the pitcher, hope the pitcher look across the street, meet, maybe do something, or just completely knock the second baseman out. But that'd be the only way I'd be able to steal a base. But you're 11 for 11. Uh, I know you would have to be very fast to be able to do that, but ain't there more of a mental aspect to that of steal the base? It's about judging it, timing it, all that. What goes into doing that?
Yeah, just getting a good jump is really important when you're stealing because if you're late just a split second, you're going to be out. So just getting a good jump on the ball and getting around the tag however you can.
Ellie, you
so
seem to be. Go ahead, Avery.
I was getting ready to say on still on the base, since there's no way that I could do one. Say I picked up the first base off the ground and ran with it. Would that still be that I'm in if they tagged me? Because I'm still on first base.
I guess so.
That'd be about the only way I'd get second.
Um, you know, just talking about the stealing and the team, how your team is gelling at this point. Um, I'm sure you know what you're practicing with every day, and I know that every team has to have confidence to succeed to a point. Not too much, but confidence. Yeah, I'm sure you know what I'm getting at. But do you feel like you're exactly where you would thought you would be, or do you think that it's progressed a little bit more than what you? I mean, or do you think you're on pace?
I feel like we're on pace this year. We know what we're capable of. In the past years, we've been playing not to lose. But this year we're playing to win, and we know we're capable of beating any team that we face. So we're just confident in each other's abilities.
Ella, I hope you're okay with us keeping you on for 3.5 days.
Oh
Just
yeah.
for the record. But we don't sleep in here. But I know that Edwards made you a few things up, and he'll have some questions, and then Ryan, of course, he'll have his questions, and we're also going to ask a favor from you if you didn't mind to do it. I don't know if you've been watching our shows any, but we do this. Our Field of 64 restaurants. So our old March Madness thing. We might ask you to vote on a few restaurants if you don't care.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll let Edward or Ryan or whatever you just want to do.
Go ahead, Ryan.
If you want to click on them, Mark, if one of y'all want to click on them, I'll read them off. See, the first one here is number 12 Arby's versus number 13 Fazoli's.
I'm gonna have to go with Arby's on this. I've never ate Fazoli's.
Oh. What day, Ella? You need to. Well, I don't know what'd be closer for you, but London's got Fazoli's. Fazoli's got like, and me, I'm a pig. I eat a lot. They got like the all you can eat breadsticks. Go in there, you get 6 breadsticks. You order 6 more, get you 6 more. You leave out there, you can't walk. I've got so much bread in your stomach. I wouldn't say you would eat that much. I'm just saying that's normal me. But the breadsticks are really, really good. Fazoli's. And Lisa's wrong. Lisa, we've been agreeing with you, but you're wrong about that. Fazoli's is good.
I guess did Ryan freeze up?
He froze
Number
up.
7.
He's got
Number
another
7 Pizza Hut and number 2 against number 2 Cheddar's.
I like Cheddar's.
Can't go wrong with Cheddar's.
Can't go wrong.
And then you've got number 6 Subway going against number 3 Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
So you like the Cheddar biscuits?
Yes, I love those.
Are there anything else you like at Red Lobster? I just normally Cheddar biscuits are what everybody says right off the bat, but what else do you really like at Red Lobster?
I don't know. I just like the cheddar biscuits. I haven't ever.
Just go. That reminds me of Edward eating at a Chinese place there. Give me 10 fortune cookies.
Maybe I wanted my fortune told 10 different times, Mark.
But Chrissy says, well, if I can pull that up, go Ella. Darius said a great player, but even greater person. Darius, we can tell that by this conversation. She's been very nice, and she gets it. She's been laughing with us, and I'm sure she'd be the person to tell us who, laughter sometimes the best medicine. And we try to keep this show funny, and she's went right along with it too. Been a great sport, so she's definitely showed her side, and you're absolutely right about that. We're very thankful to have her on. Lisa, I don't know what you're talking about, but Lisa's going Pizza Hut here. I don't know what she's going on there.
So you got number 16 Olive Gardens against number 8 Golden Corral.
I'm gonna have to go Olive Garden on this.
So
I believe Golden Corral might be going down.
Nobody likes the all you can eat at Golden Corral.
I couldn't.
I believe.
I went to Golden Corral.
Ellie, I mean, you look like a nice person. I don't think you would look like the type that would push somebody down for the last piece of chicken at Golden Corral or anything like that. I don't know. She didn't say instantly no. She just laughed about it. She might have a story for us.
No.
Well, just one time I did.
Well, I got a story for you. We was at Mr. Getty's today, me and Mark, and this little old lady got up to get the last piece of pepperoni pizza, and he runs up and football tackles her out of the way just to get that last piece of pizza.
Right.
It did break her hip, Ella. I helped her up afterwards.
Well, I guess that's all that matters, right?
He said that it come down to survival of the fittest for that last piece of pizza.
Yes.
And I tried to tell him, give him about 3 minutes, they'd have another one out. And he said, I ain't got time to wait.
Ella, if one of your better friends, if yours was down to the last piece of pizza and you was wanting it and she was wanting her, he was wanting her, whatever, would you just take it from them or would you just let them eat it in front of
No, I let them have it.
See, Mark, I told you. And see, even Lisa agrees with me.
Well, pretty good pizza. I'm just saying.
But before I show you a few things, Elle, I do got a couple questions for you. So I got to watching firsthand. I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, one of those days at LMU, and I got to ask you about the weather factor because it went from being, sun beaming down to like it was actually feeling all right to getting like super cold. How does that play a factor in your game?
Well, as much as I hate the cold, I hate when the sun is in my face and I can't see. And that happened that game. And the ball came at me and I could not see whatsoever. So I would rather it be cold then. But I like playing in the warm too. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you that I was up there, I could imagine y'all being out there on the turf field, but I was up there shaking myself, and I didn't have to worry about getting hit by no softball. So if I would have, I'd have probably fell to pieces. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Monday you all played Linkamp for, I think, another matchup in the All A. Is that correct?
Yes.
So give me your thoughts going into that game.
We've already beat them once this season, but, our coach tells us, just go into every game prepared. That's why we play the game, is because any team can get beat on any given day. So we just have to play to the best of our ability and stick to our game and what we know.
Absolutely, man. That's a great answer. So I do got to ask you this. So have you ever thought about stepping up and doing like some pitching this season?
My coach probably wouldn't allow that. He don't want to see me on the mound.
So in other words, he wouldn't want me on the mound either because I probably couldn't get it off the mound.
Right.
Well, less to the pitcher. So I'm looking at your schedule, and you've got Knott County Central, Shelby Valley. You play Jenkins, Hazard, Letcher, play Hazard again. So, Coach hasn't shied away from putting on talented teams for you all to play. So give me your thoughts on the way that your schedule has shaped up this season.
Like I said, we're going off a good note coming into All A this week and stuff, and district coming up next week, I think. But just thinking about last year, we lost to Hazard by 1 run, I think, and we went into extra innings with Letcher. That was our first game. So we know we can play with these teams, and we just have to make sure we're giving our best effort and focusing.
So the next question I got to ask you, this comes during like the course of a game, and I seen it firsthand there. I think it was Tuesday. Not only is your dugout, chanting and cheering on the players, but I've seen you and your teammates also on the bases, hollering at your teammates. So how does that help get your team fired up and going?
Yeah, we're always fired up. You can always count on us to be yelling and cheering for each other. We're just playing for each other and having fun. So.
Absolutely. So now this right here is probably one of my favorite questions to ask. Since Bryant keeps freezing up, let's just go with just the Harlan County area. What's one of your favorite restaurants to eat at?
I know probably everyone says this from Harlan, but Mexican.
Well, it seems like, the Dairy Hut and Rex is, disappeared. Nobody's saying that no more.
Nobody says Dairy Hut racks anymore.
I do like Dairy Hut.
You can't go wrong with the Dairy Hut.
You're not a Racks fan?
Rats is not-
I don't really eat Rex.
I do.
But Ryan, you got any questions for you? Freeze up.
Yeah, let's try to get through an interview without it freezing up. But what is it going to take for your team to try to make it back to this subdivision tournament this season?
It's going to take all of us together, playing for each other, doing everything we can, and just moving past the mistakes that we make. That's one thing we've been focusing on a lot this season is when the mistakes do come, just moving forward and not dwelling on them because it will only make more.
And then this is what I kind of like to ask. Was you playing 2 district games already? How big is it to be 2-0 in the district this early?
It's great. We're excited for the rest of the district play and just seeing the teams. We have a good district, so.
Yeah, of course, Edward took one of mine since I froze up, but Edward.
So
Mark,
we got 2 questions before I get you back over to Mark and show you a few things. With having 2 Ellas on the team, have you ever had the coach holler and say Ella and y'all both turn around and say yes?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
I was just wanting to be sure. So this is my all-time favorite question to ask every student athlete. So through the course of the time that you have played, softball, what would you consider your favorite memory all time? It can be playing in the kitchen with your family. It can be at the park with some friends, a varsity game, travel ball game, anything.
I would say winning the district tournament last year. It took a lot for us to get there. A lot of people that we wouldn't make it, but we battled, and they were both really good games against really good teams. So it was good to come out on top.
Absolutely. So we do tend to put together a few graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking the time to listen to us ramble on and Ryan freeze up and disappear. But out of the 3, we just want to kind of see which one you like the most.
Okay. Okay. I like 1 and 3.
So I believe it's about time to retire 3 now, Mark, or 2 now, Mark.
Ella, do you think we should officially give the ceremony and get rid of the number 2?
I don't know.
should we make a big filming session where we're burning the graphic and all that other stuff? And
I don't know.
no,
I think that's a little extreme.
I just thought it sounded good.
I think we should just retire 2, and then I look to try to find something that might be better than 1 and 3.
Yeah.
But before we let you go there, and then I'll let Edward ride there. I gotta ask you 2 other things myself, and then I'll probably let you go on my behalf. But I know you're a senior, and what's your plans for after high school at this point?
I'm attending University of Pikeville, and I'm playing softball up there. And I'm probably going to major in psychology.
Congratulations, and just send us a schedule and stuff like that, so we come up there and be your cheerleader and be embarrassing you to death, and you tell your teammates, I don't know them 3 guys up there. I don't know why they keep hollering and yelling and stuff, But we won't embarrass you too bad or anything.
The good thing is Pikeville is in Union Commonwealth University's division now, so they're right in my backyard.
Yeah, they're right in her backyard, and she's going to come to my town and say, she's gonna leave out like a villain like deal, probably after they win and waving at everybody. And Ella, do you like playing the villain or do you like playing the hero?
I'm not a villain. No.
But Edward, you got any final thoughts, or Ryan, or you got anything else for her?
I just want to tell her, go ahead, Ryan.
I was going to say, best of luck the rest of the season, and best of luck to you at the next level.
Thank you.
I just want to say thank you for taking your time to come on. And, first off, everything that I've seen out of your team firsthand and out of you, you're killing it. Your team's killing it. Just keep doing what y'all are doing. And, congratulations, and go kill it at the next level also.
Yep.
Thank you. And thank you all for having me, too.
Ella,
Thank you.
got one more question for you, and I was asking at the beginning of the show, but I will play this real quick and be honest with us. But should we do our interviews while this music's playing a lot? This is Ella Farley. Welcome to our show.
No.
They're both shaking their heads no, so I guess I have to.
Well, Ella, this ain't about Ryan and Edward. Ella, would it be something you could dig in an interview with we'd be like this?
No.
A little bit more upbeat. That's something like you'd play to go to sleep.
Well, she was giving us a real friendly no, but deep down inside, not a chance. Yeah, but at least she was nice about it. But Ella, you get it. You've been here. You've been smiling. You've been laughing with us. You get it. And thank you for being just a great interview. And hopefully, we did bring some laughs and some joy, your life, stuff like that. And that's what it's all about. You've got enough on your agenda with baseball life in school. You don't want to. I'm sure that there's times you want to cut loose too and just enjoy it. But you get it. Thank you for coming on. And like Edward says, go kill it next level. Send us a schedule too, and we'll do our best to go up there and root you on because we're fans of you right now.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was a good interview. And what was Lisa saying here? Let's see. Well, Lisa says, no, it's something different. Lisa, I think, is digging the music. And she also says congratulations to Ella. And that's something we should start doing from here on out. Let's just play that music, the whole time. Ryan, are you pretty good at the head nod and stuff?
I'm not.
Can you do an interview just doing like this the whole show?
No, I'd be afraid I would knock myself out on my computer desk here.
I know Edward would do it. Edward would sit there and they'd be like, "Hey, Edward, what you got to say about the guest to the guest?" No, then you got to come with the no. Nobody's
Be like water, my friend.
Good baseball and softball action going on everywhere, and again, weather's hurting us still yet. And Edward, you went, I believe, Tuesday to a game. Am I right? And I know me and Ryan went Saturday and covered some softball, and hopefully I get out Monday and cover. I believe a pretty good baseball game that's scheduled, and hopefully everything falls into place. I'm able to go to that one. And but a lot of good action. Ryan, I'm gonna start with you on that. Just tell us a little bit about Saturday, what you're seeing, and then we'll get Edward to talk a little bit about his game, and then we'll go from there.
Before we do that, let's do these votes here so I can update this graphic so I can show all four of them at the same time.
Ryan says
I'll have to type them out.
Food first, according to Ryan. And Lisa says we can do this. So should we play the music while we're voting?
No.
Lisa, I'm trying.
So the first one here is going to be Arby's versus Fazoli's.
Arby's.
As always, all you can eat breadsticks,
I
spaghetti, fettuccine. How can
I
anybody say Arby's over Fazoli's?
I picked Fazoli's as well. We may have an issue with that one because we have a tie.
Lisa? No,
So
Lisa might. No, don't vote, Lisa. She'll
somebody,
vote Arby's.
if somebody
Everybody vote Fazoli's.
if somebody
That
will
was
vote
my
on that
pick to
one,
win it all.
we'll have
Nobody likes Fazoli's.
we'll have a winner for that one. But I'll go back to who wins that one in a minute. Next one is Pizza Hut versus Cheddar's.
I'll probably go Pizza Hut too. I like Luke. I like the wings there, and I like the little deal.
I'm gonna have to go Cheddar's.
You're going against pizza. That music has did something to Edward's head. That's the first vote I've ever seen him ever go against pizza. Cheddar's must be really special, folks.
Next one is Subway versus Red Lobster.
Subway
Red
all
Lobster.
day. Subway all day and twice on Sunday. The tuna subs, the meatball subs, the cold cut combos.
Red Lobster.
Goodness. The steak. Oh my goodness. Subway.
And then the last one here we got.
Ryan, you didn't even say your votes.
Yeah, I picked Subway. Then the last one, Olive Gardens versus Golden Corral.
Golden Corral all day.
Golden Corral.
I'm sorry, I had to go Olive Gardens. I couldn't help it. I love Olive Gardens.
Whatever happened to all you can eat buffet?
I like them both.
Go eat a Golden Corral breakfast. All the bacon. They'll make your omelets right there. They'll fry your eggs, biscuits, and gravy. Breakfast everywhere. It's all over the place.
But I'll finish up with my Saturday stuff here before I tally these votes and everything. It was a very good day on Saturday, Dale. I started my day off at Whitley County High School, covering Whitley County Middle School and Wayne County Middle School. I'm gonna tell everybody something. If Whitley, I got treated like everybody come talk to me after the game was over with. I had like 10 people stop me, and I couldn't get out of the stadium long enough to try to get to Corbin High School. But I tell you, they treated me just great, talked to me like it was nothing. I just enjoyed every second of it.
Ryan?
Yeah, Spencer. Whitley
I
County Middle School's coach that you're talking about. You might want to change your pick, Ryan.
Yeah, now go banging heads of coach here.
You can get a salad at Golden Corral too.
I don't like salad.
You can get breadsticks at Golden Corral too. You can get Poschetti. You can get everything at Olive Garden at Golden Corral.
Yeah, plus you get the dessert bar. Go over there and eat a pecan pie, chocolate pie, ice cream, some fudge on it. You get the little marshmallows with the chocolate on it.
Plus you get the rolls.
Rolls, yeah.
Can't go wrong with the rolls.
And chicken legs. You go grab 6 chicken legs at one time and eat the crust off of them. Yeah, I'm just telling you. Right. Thank you, Coach, for trying to set Ryan straight, but I'm telling you.
There's another vote for Golden Corral right there.
See, even Lisa comes in here for all you can eat. There you go. Lisa's trying to show you the way, Ryan. Right here. Here's Coach again.
Sarah, you can eat an ice cream while eating a steak.
Yes. David Price.
You can't go wrong. Have a chocolate ice cream in this hand, have a fork with a steak in this hand.
Yeah. It's like the steak ice cream combo. There's some A1 sauce on it.
A1 on top, chocolate ice cream on bottom, and just eat it.
See, Ryan's about ready.
It's not the matter of my vote.
Now he's really in trouble now. I know where he's going after this show. And argue first.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah.
go out and change your vote, Ryan.
Uh, I'm sitting here marking and everything off on this piece of
Lisa's
paper.
right. Ryan's wife is right. Coach is right. Yep, right there. See, and he appreciates you, Ryan, for what you did. And you sat there and ditched Gold Crowd the way you did. Right here. Right there, Ryan. Your woman has just spoken. Coach is saying, you gonna disagree with
Uh,
the
I, I,
old lady?
I know we don't. I know we do not change votes this late, but I'm going to.
Uh-oh, and Hunter
Yeah,
said,
even the hunter says it.
yes.
Golden Corral's just piling in the votes.
Gold Crowd just not going to allow you. Gold Crowd ain't going to go down to a fight. They're like John Wayne of restaurants. They're like Big Jake, Big Gold Crowd.
But I did change my vote to Golden Corral. But I will finish up for Saturday in my final
Folks,
stuff
he
while I do
changed
my
his
stuff.
votes because his wife spoke what it was. Yeah, he wants to be able to go to bed tonight.
But
Yeah. So he ain't saying nothing. He just smiling it off.
I'm gonna bounce off Saturday. Back to Saturday real quick. After I got done with Whitley County, and I think Whitley County Middle School for everything. That
Now she's messing with you.
and then I want to thank Corbin for allowing me and Mark to go down and cover the Maui Weedle Hines Classic there at Corbin. So we saw some great softball down there. Just enjoyed every minute of it.
Edward.
Well, spent time with the family this week, so I didn't really get out and go nowhere other than Tuesday. But, next week I'm going to be out trying to cover a few things. And, Saturday I might be heading back to Somerset to cover their Turf Classic. But I'm going to leave you with this. Life will knock us down, but we can choose whether or not to stand back up. The one and only Jackie Chan.
I think Edward's in the karate mode or something here tonight. Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan.
Bring the thunder.
He'll bring a Chuck Norris quote first.
I did forget.
Yeah,
well, I'm not a huge Chuck Norris fan.
You do know a rattlesnake bit Chuck Norris once, and after 5 days of agonizing pain, that rattlesnake died.
There's no finish line. When you reach one goal, find a new one. Chuck Norris.
Or Chuck Norris just kicked the finish line down.
Yeah, but I before you start your stuff, Mark, my final inspirational quote for tonight: "Nothing ever comes to no one that is worth having, except as a result of hard work." Booker T. Washington. And then I'm gonna bring them out tonight. I've not got the fourth one up yet because I've got to make it. These are your matchups for the Sweet 16. These are 12 of the 16 teams. But I'll just show them up, but I will post these later.
Leaves against Steak
So
and
that's
Shake.
just something I knew.
I have a feeling that's going to be a war. But Hunter Jennings commented on here. I see Assumption versus North Laurel softball is really good. I hear Hunter. I was at that game first-handed, and I will tell you this: Assumption came in as a number 2 ranked team in the state. North's 7-9, something like that.
9.
It was a couple, and I saw it firsthand. The Assumption players hit the ball bounced straight up, boom, 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 and literally die in the infield, slow rollers, where they was able to beat out just fluke plays that led into a couple of the earlier runs, and then another hit where literally Sage and the second baseman they would collide it, so they both pieced up the ball guy in between them. There was a couple of fluke plays that led to some early runs for Assumption. Other than that, folks, North Laurel's right there with them. And there's no separation in that team. If them teams played 10 times, there's no separation in them. And if Assumption's supposed to be one of the best in the state, then North Laurel could absolutely win a state championship this year. Mark it down. You heard it here. They are right with them. I was there. I watched it. North is really good. There you go, Coach Brown. Right there. I'm telling you, Chuck Norris, you just no. You know.
Remember, success is a journey, not a destination. Have faith in your ability and you will do just fine. The one and the only greatest to ever do martial arts, and Chuck Norris is like a little baby compared to him, Bruce Lee. Ah,
Coach
Chuck
Brown,
Norris ain't on Bruce Lee's level. Sorry.
Coach
There's
Brown,
no debate or no argument there. Bruce Lee is like the GOAT of martial arts.
Yeah, but have you watched the movie 300?
Yeah, and if you ever watched the movie Return of the Dragon where Bruce Lee beats up Chuck Norris?
No, I'm talking about 300 where I saw a
Yeah,
of Chuck Norris kicking all them off the cliff. You know, I'm telling you.
Emojis don't count.
But again, thank you for all the comments. Coach Brown, thank you again for all your love, and we definitely love going down there and covering your girls. And you got a special unit down there too. It's a very lovable bunch, and you don't say enough about your team and how you're coaching them up. And the only thing Ryan's been talking about the whole time is how he got spoiled down there, and now Ryan's spoiled rotten. It's going to take him a couple days to get over it, but all the joys and the love that he was showed.
You know, Edward and Mark. I had to go to I had to go to the concession while I was there, and I had me a good fried bologna sandwich with a piece of cheese on it.
Yeah, Coach. He's been talking about that bologna sandwich for 2 days now, and he didn't even offer to bring us one or nothing. I mean, and we try to share it here, and Edwards rubbed off on them, and now Ryan's starting to keep his money, keep his bologna sandwiches and everything now.
Mark, by the time I got back to you at Corbin, it would have been cold.
Actually, true story, Edward. And this is a true story. When we was at Corbin, he comes there and eats a whole box of these cheese sticks right in front of me and didn't even offer me a bite. There's like 25 of them in the box. I don't know how you can eat that.
They was 8 of them, and me and my wife both shouted.
That's his story. And then after they eats a whole box full of chicken tenders and French fries. And once he started getting full, he's like, okay, hey, what by the way, you want one? No, you're doing good enough eating all that. And I hadn't ate a bite all day. I was starved to death. I was weak, and he wouldn't even offer me a bite. I bet you Coach Brown would have brought me a bologna sandwich if he was coming. See, Ryan knows I'm telling the truth. He don't have no comeback on it, Edward. Have you ever seen Ryan that quiet? He knows I'm telling the truth.
Mark, if you want to come to, if I made a third, I'm going back to Whitley County Middle School to cover the game. Made a third, I'll get you a bologna sandwich.
You heard that, Edward. He's gonna buy us both bologna sandwiches.
Well, I'm gonna hold you to it, but I'm gonna leave you with one more inspirational quote.
Here we go.
To be the to be that man, you've got to beat the man. Woo! Ric Flair.
Yeah. Well, you can't go wrong from Ric Flair. Well, we rattled on here way past our time, but I don't have really anything inspirational tonight. I know you would load us up. They said about 15 inspirational quotes anyway. But
Be water, my friend.
be water and buy bologna and all that other stuff. But just again, two really really good guests, and you know, honestly, Edward Ryan, I'm sure you could both agree with me, but all these teams we go and cover, it just we're very blessed to be able to cover these teams, these coaching staffs, these schools, and every one of them. They baseball, softballs, track, all the sports. Right now these kids are giving it their all, and they deserve our all. And we applaud them. Keep up the good work. I wish we could bring every single student athlete on, but these seasons are short, and we just cannot recognize enough of them. And big shout out to the student athlete and Jalen. Hi to you and just another one of them that rides my bus, and she's a pleasure and a really good kid. And I think she's getting in some sports next year too. So maybe we'll get to cover her in a few years. But that being said,
now, Mark, I will say this to everybody: be if you're gonna be in Corbin, any Corbin fans that are gonna be at the baseball class on that Saturday on the 19th, hit me up while I'm down there. I'm gonna be down there covering the three games and on Saturday versus Cooper and Estill County and also as well as Corbin.
that's yeah, and gonna be some good action down there. And Edward, I think might be heading to Somerset, so we'll be everywhere. I think I might have to be doing the work thing, but we'll see how it all works out. But that being said, I want to leave you all with this. Again, I don't have nothing inspirational. Just a big shout out to all of our student athletes and coaching staffs and schools. All the love to you. Keep up the good work. I wish I could bring every single one of you on. From all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media, good night and God bless.